Good morning to you laddies, my name's Magnus McGilded, and today we're here for episode number 25 of The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles Let's Play. In the last episode, we found out that Drake is in the game. that Drake is playing this game. I was living with a fucking 10-year-old for some reason. I don't know what that's about. Next few episodes, I'm gonna slowly get more and more intoxicated. Also, my fucking, you can't see it, but my tattoo's starting to peel, which has me really fucking excited.
I know, I should have been ready, but I'm not yet. Hold on.
So, cheers, assholes. Oh, that tastes so bad. I'll pour the next one just so it's ready. I'll probably take it at the end of the episode. It looks as though the police are still here carrying on their investigation.
Perfect, so let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible.
Oh, man, it's hot as shit in here. Yes, and let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at the silver tip Iris gave us for him. This music goes so hard for no goddamn reason. Hold on. My drink is frozen solid, so I'm using it to cool myself down. I should be able to fucking present. Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment? Sure to show, Dirt. A very busy man. Much too busy to talk about a pair of foreign gadabouts, that's for sure.
We have these for you, a present from Miss Iris Wilson.
What? For me? From her ladyship? Her ladyship? You don't hear how watch, come on, hand it over, that's for me. Don't wait for me to give it to you, will you? Well, what was that coin exactly? It's a silver crown, obviously, but it's a lot more than that. It's, well, it's an appearance fee, that's what it is.
An appearance fee? Oh, I see you mean.
That's right, for the adventures at Hadlock Shows. The ladyship always offers me a little financial reward. Moisturize this shit too.
Yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly.
That's better. Of course, you're using my name without my say-so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still. Sorry, Inspector, that must be difficult for you. Never you mind that. So, what you want to know then, eh? Sorry. Tell gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem, it says. Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, far away. What do you want to know?
Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsume's lodgings.
The little knife-wielding mustache Japanese fella. Lives right in old hovel. He isn't a right old hovel, it's just over there, look. Yeah? On the first floor of that house in the corner with that wreck of a bicycle's propped up.
That is nearby indeed.
If I remember rightly, the old man's a Mr. What do you say? John Garadeb. If you see her again, you make sure to give her ladyship my regards, yeah? Well, I mean it. You tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes. Don't worry, Inspector, we will. Oh, man. Good boy for now, then, and long live her ladyship. Alright, fuck it.
Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know before he left.
Yeah, so then shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsume's lodgings?
Definitely.
Alright, fuck it.
Let's go!
A new location's been added. You already know Big Man's gonna be in there. You already know he's there. What the fuck is this? Who the fuck?
May I help you?
Oh yes, this would be the residence of Mr. John Garadeb.
Indeed it would be, sir, and who may I say is calling?
My name is Rinosuke Naruhodo.
Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Soseki Natsume. I believe he takes lodgings here. We'd very much like to ask him some questions about our client.
One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garrideb.
Alright, fuck it, let's go. You see that, Mrs. Otto? That was a real-life English maid. I'm trying to say a French maid. Sheesh.
I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day just keeps getting better.
Certainly feels like we've really arrived now, doesn't it?
We need only to meet a butler and the experience will be complete.
I'm not sure if I get that far, but I understand the sentiment.
Thank you for waiting. Mr. Garrideb will see you now this way.
Who the fuck? Why is he so pointy looking? Bro?
Good day to you, John Garrideb, at your service.
Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Reno Skinner. He's a defense lawyer.
Excuse me again. I took a shot to the Navy's back in the Battle of my ward, don't you know? And the metal for my pains had to withdraw from service, handed over the reins to the up-and-comings.
So he's a retired soldier.
It's a hell of a job getting up and down stairs now, I can tell you. Don't get out much, as you can imagine.
Yeah, it's quite a climb up here to the second floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top of the steps.
You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo.
Do you think so?
Well, Mr. Garrideb, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal.
It wasn't nothing. The medal's just full really. I wouldn't like to offend the general, though, so I begrudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fish it down, Joan? Let these good people see it properly. Joan! Fetch the... Ah! Darn it, old woman! Be careful!
How did it be? I do beg your pardon, sir.
You jolly nearly took the skin off my hands!
I shall be more careful, sir.
Anyway, there you have it. Living the quiet life now.
Yes, I see. Very quiet.
Now then, I hear you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs. Is that right?
Yes, we'd be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us.
Only too pleased, naturally. Especially if it helps to keep the peace here in Blighty.
That does not seem like a good idea, stirring that with that.
We've forged an alliance with the Empire recently, as I'm sure you're aware. So this case is very much in the public eye, as it were.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Even had some famous detective poking around, you know, in this old house, would you believe?
Yes, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes.
Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea on that detective business.
Oh, but you have a copy of Rand's magazine here, so...
No, you know, the chap's investigating the foreigner's room as we speak.
So he's in Suzuki-san's room.
It's bally nuisance is what it is. The whole neighborhood's twitching its curtains now. I don't like all this fuss. It's jolly unsettling.
Yeah? What you tell me about Mr. Natsume, huh? Tell me what you know.
About Mr. Natsume, then, Mr. Garrideb, please do tell us.
Yes, the Japanese chap only been lodging here for a week.
Oh, just 1 week? So he moved in very recently, then?
I have two lodgers most of the time. One on the ground floor and one just below us. The first floor... Ah! Does it all, Joan? Do be careful!
Oh, my goodness, I'm terribly sorry, sir.
If you want to know my opinion, I thought he was a shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him.
Oh, why?
Yes, I was rather in a most nervous disposition, always shaking, looking over his shoulder. The man had shady written across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said it to myself, Joan, that man is trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. He's not really wrong about anything.
We won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure.
Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all?
Yes, indeed there was.
She's dying to tell us. Yeah, tell me about this shady lodger, bro. Did you notice anything else at all about your lodger, Mr. Natsume?
My word, yes, the man was shadier than an orchard.
Could you elaborate?
Well, take the man's room. Absolutely stuffed full of books, is it? More than anyone could ever read. And he never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots off that old bookshop every single day and comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. And the funny little man is up long past the time everyone else in the house has gone to bed too.
Oh, I see.
The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9 each night, but I've never known that Japanese man to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning.
Ah. Wait, what did we say?
Could you clarify something, I wonder?
What, pray?
How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine? I understood that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house, is that correct?
Oh, that's right, yes. They're both below us, on the first floor on the street level.
Then how is it you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise times they come back in the evening, for example, even the times they go to bed.
Music stopped.
What grief, June! Be more careful, woman! Oh my goodness, sir, I'm terribly sorry, sir.
The fucking screams of pain are the funniest shit. Something doesn't add up here. You want to tell me about the incident 2 days ago? Seems the incident took place around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out of the window at that time?
The window?
Yes, we noticed that the window over there looks out over Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby?
What is that shit? Is that a candle on the ground over there? That like burned some shit? Whatever.
5 o'clock is dinner time in the Garden household, so I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, June? No, sir, it would have been dusk outside already at that hour, and with the fog as well, I should think it would have been quite near impossible to see the other side of the road.
Then how did the fucking policeman see us? Oh, I see.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then?
Such as?
Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated.
Well?
Yes, was there something then?
For the love of God, Joan! Watch what you're doing! Oh, dear me, what have I done? I'm terribly sorry, sir. Don't be more careful, woman! Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Hello?
Oh, yes?
I have an exceedingly good memory. As far as I remember, nothing of any significance took place at that hour, nothing at all.
Why is she trying to cover up? And why does she... You don't think she did it, did you? You don't think her big chunk of dug ass... You show up in the court record? You show up in the court record. You show up in the court record and you got little question marks next to you. You strike me as odd. You are... He's confined to a chair so he couldn't escape. She's 10 years old. We know it's not him because he's a defendant. We know it's not him because he's a cop. And we know it's not him because they just throw him in there. And obviously it's not Susato Mikotova. That means the only person left it could be is the maid. I've cracked the case. It was you! The way you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been.
Yeah, well, as I was saying, it's... Joan, does it all? What is the matter with you, woman? Begging your pardon, sir, nothing happened.
No, what the hell?
Yes, quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to a quiet, uneventful meal, Joan? That's right, Mr. Garadeb.
Yeah, what the fuck is the matter with them?
It sounds like something here happened in this room on the evening of the incident, but what?
Oh, I'll tell you. Move. Oh, hold on. I'll tell you. I know it's got to do with that candle. I'll tell you. I know what it is. Can you tell us which floor Mr. Natsume's room is on?
Why, certainly. Just below us on the first floor.
And Mr. Soames is investigating there even as we speak?
Yes, told me Nat's his name. I'd asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him his key.
Mr. Natsume's engaged with Mr. Soames' services?
It's a blatant lie. Would it be alright if we had a look around in Mr. Natsume's room, I mean?
Didn't see why not. Just down one flight of stairs.
If we'll find anything that can help us, we have to try. We need all the clues we can to lay our hands on, shall we?
Yes, and while we're there, we can speak with Mr. Sholmes again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more.
I doubt it. But nah, wait. What happened there?
Look at that enormous screen. It must have been put there deliberately, surely.
Yeah, someone's trying to hide something from view. What could be behind it, I wonder?
I'm going to have a very quick look, just a little peek in her room.
Maybe let's not, Mrs. Otto. They're hiding something. I think the maid's going to head us off with a cup of tea. All right. How do I move to Mr. Natsume's room? Let's go for it. Oh my god. Bro, he got a cat? Just look at this place. It's smelling. It's so musty in here. I suppose it's the mountains of old books that are responsible for that. Or he doesn't wash. Could be really either thing.
I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all my life.
No, me neither. It's so dark in here too. Sholmes could be anywhere. Is that the
window over there?
Well, it was a window, I think, once upon a time. But for some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. So this is where Mr. Natsume lives.
By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere, have you?
No, it's true, but according to Mr. Garadeb told us, the great detective should be around here somewhere investigating. I'm not gonna read this shit. I really just want to find fucking Sholmes. Investigate the cat. Oh, the little kitty! The little kitty! Oh, look at the kitty.
Oh my, what an adorable little cat! Perhaps he's looking after all the books while his master's away.
I don't care about all that. He disappeared in that pile of books as quick as a flash. It was a tricolor Mike, wasn't it? Did they even have that sort of cat here in Great Britain?
Perhaps Mr. Natsume brought the little creature with him from Japan.
That's made me feel homesick now.
Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days.
We were on the fucking thing for like months. What do you mean? Oh. Let's read his diary.
That does seem to be wedged into a crevice between the mountains of books on either side.
I suppose Mr. Natsume would sit here and read while stroking his cat, that's what she said. But surrounded on all sides with these towering old tomes, surely he dreamt of books every night.
Yes, he must have done, mustn't he? Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from a second-hand bookshop. Your books.
Oh yes, Mr. Natsume's name is on it, and the date of purchase. 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m.
That's the incident.
That's the day of the incident. That's just a short while before he was
embroiled in the terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books.
What?
Oh, look, Mr. Ohano!
What is he doing here? Ah, there he is. Where did he appear from?
You seem so engrossed in the pages of an old book. I hope you won't mind if we disturb him. Hello, Mr. Sholmes.
Ah, you two, good day. Now, let me see. Well, what did he say? Where was it that we met?
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, we were together on the SS Burya.
Yes, of course, the Burya. And let me see. What happened on that voyage?
It was Kazuma Asogi. He died tragically, but you were a great help to us.
Ah, yes, but of course, the case of Mr. Asogi. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it?
Yo, I'm out of shit. Excuse the fuck out of me. I just like take my fucking pants off and shit. Fade the fucking shit. I cannot be wearing long pants. I'll take my socks off and shit too. Alright, fuckers.
Oh!
Oh, well, you seem to remember something of it at least.
What an
honour to be remembered vaguely by the great Herlock Sholmes. This is Mr.
Oh, no, my dear madam, hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic. Miss Naruhodo and Mr. Susotto.
Try the other way around, Mr. Sholmes.
I lose the first round.
Alright, asshole. Your dumbassery is why I have to defend this guy, so...
In truth, I'd hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London, but some Scotland Yarders ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. It was entirely a trivial case, of course. I solved a matter in no more than 30 minutes.
So they apprehended Suzuki-san in that short amount of time?
I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case has dulled my recollection of my past involvements a little.
A little?
It's a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can distend to any extent. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my own words, inimitable wisdom, you know, from an adventure entitled A Study in Scarlet.
Please, there's no need to quote yourself.
I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately my associate pins them beautifully.
He means Iris, I suppose.
Mr. Sholmes, why are you bunking with a 10-year-old? We have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned.
Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madam, I should be only too pleased, and this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go ahead and answer a few questions I have. Number one, tell me about Mr. Natsume's arrest. Where the fuck is my fucking chapstick? Just move a few things right here. We know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Soseki Natsume. It seems you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes, for the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Road.
Natsume, yes, I believe was a name rather along those lines.
But Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Otto. I got the slightest idea what you mean.
What?
I can't believe he was looking Mrs. Otto squarely in the eyes while feigning ignorance.
I assure you I am not merely feigning ignorance. It would appear as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension. Oh, how?
You do tell, big man.
I assure you I have no recollection of accusing your stupid compatriot of the crime. But that doesn't make sense. The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request to me, and I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene.
Man seen fleeing?
There were a number of books scattered on the pavement at the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I immediately was led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? I believe there's a receipt around here from somewhere from the establishment in question. So you don't think Mr. Natsume is the culprit, then? That I could not tell you. But it was aggravating my faculties, hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books, I found myself quite lost in bibliophilia. Bibliophilia? Do not be deceived into believing that I am a man of leisure. No, no, no.
Oh dear.
So you don't even fucking think he did it. They just asked you to find a guy, and you found a guy. And you're like, I don't think it's him, though. And you're like helping out because you're a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Tell me. Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings?
Yes, Mr. Garadeb, a retired military man.
It was the first time I'd ever met a soldier from the Great British Institution out of the services.
It was the first time I've ever met a maid from the Great British Institution. That is service. I didn't think it was that funny.
I do apologise. As you may be well aware, many households in London employ a maid.
Yes, I read as much in my Great Britain primer.
And so conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwelling therein.
Betoken their social standing? Sorry?
Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that. The upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family.
Goodness, how extraordinary!
As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundary between middle and lower class, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance. I had no idea. And it is for precisely that reason I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically in the retired army veteran, Mr. John Garadeb. Oh? Affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I'm yet unable to ascertain. I'm thoroughly lost in what he means to say. You know about the room, big man? What the fuck did I just do? This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man whose lot is to dwell in a place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later.
Mr. Natsume stabbed no one.
Ah, but sooner or later, as I said.
I don't believe that's the issue here.
About this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea? No window? Well, I mean, I can clearly see that there is a window of sorts. But it's been completely blocked with bricks. Ah, I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax. You got your telly license, mate! But window tax? What is that?
Surely not a tax on windows.
Precisely that!
Oh my goodness.
Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home perhaps, rapidly close windows up. While the rich open windows here and there everywhere, in an effort to curry favour with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of money.
How awful and unjust, forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light.
Indeed, disease was rife as a result. Some 40 years ago thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. But its legacy remains, as you can see, in squalid lodgings such as these, for example. I suppose Mr. Natsume's stipend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps. It would appear so. I've done a little digging and discovered that these lodgings were offered an extraordinarily low price. Dude, the fucking maid did it.
Because the room is so awful, I should think.
Apparently, Mr. Natsume moved in here about 1 week ago. Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent's explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation. Oh? Still, that's of little relevance here, a matter not worthy of further attention. Are you sure? I'm curious now. Something's going on here, man. What's happening? Well, I believe I've told you all I can now. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law? You remember that, did you? Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it? I'm not sure. Not sure? On what grounds? Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Really? Well, then I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realised, and so promptly, too. The thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence? Yes, trust. Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he? My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea! Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate? Yes, that was indeed my initial intention, but there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them. Oh, I see. Nevertheless, there are two facts I can state quite unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room, and there are witnesses who swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. And one more thing.
Oh, what is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us.
I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it's of relevance in this case, but I am quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something. Mr. Garadeb is. And Mr. Sholmes said as much before, actually, didn't he? Anyway, at present, that is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case.
Mr. Naruhodo, as yet our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence.
No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probed a little deeper into Mr. Garadeb's secret. Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be of relevance or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo. Busy man indeed. He's gone back to reading the book in the corner of the room. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and save the game. Thank you so much for watching. I guess we'll finish up with our second shot here. Cheers. That is awful. Oh my god. In the next episode, we will continue. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.